Greetings, comrades. I'm sure many of you have already known of the Internationale. It's a popular left-wing anthem about internationalism and progress. But there's more to the story. The Internationale was a poem written in 1871 by the French revolutionary, Paris Commune survivor, and poet Eugène Potier. The French language is a perfectly good use of time. Despite its iconic tune, the poem was originally supposed to be set to the melody of La Marseillaise, better known as the national anthem of France. The current version, however, came to be when Pierre de Gader's melody, no, not that de Gader, this one, La Lyre des Travailleurs, was combined with the Internationale's lyrics. As with any old, widely known song, there are countless variations. For instance, the French version mentions two separate types of birds, the Esperanto version mentions the sun burning all of their enemies, and so on. By far, the most important role of the Internationale was its position as the first anthem of the Soviet Union. After the Bolsheviks took power, the song was revised to fit the present tense, and the number of stanzas jumped from 3 to 6. The more widely known Soviet anthem was written in 1977 to replace the 1957 lyricless version, which itself replaced the 1944 version, which replaced the Russian Internationale. Phew. The song itself is based on and named after the International Workingmen's Association, or the First Internationale, a general leftist organization that is said to have had between 5 and 8 million members. The group was founded in 1864 in St. Martin's Hall, London, which is less than a mile from Karl Marx's house. This makes sense, as Marx and Engels were important in its creation. Unfortunately, leftists aren't able to have nice things, and in typical tradition, the organization was split between anarchists and non-anarchists in 1876. About it, Otto von Bismarck is claimed to have said, "Crowned heads, wealth, and privilege may tremble should ever the black and the red reunite." In 1889, 13 years after the fall of the First Internationale, delegates from 25 countries decided to try again. And thus the Second Internationale was born. Shockingly, it didn't last very long, and subsequently dissolved into the Communist Internationale, the International Working Union of Socialist Parties, and the Labour and Socialist Internationale in 1916. The Internationale was also seen to have much stranger uses throughout its days. For instance, it was parodied in George Orwell's book Animal Farm. Another interesting instance of the Internationale has been its use in the Tiananmen Square demonstrations. If not anything else, this proves the popularity of the song worldwide. The song is also sometimes used to test out new constructed languages, specifically by singing the song in whichever language is being made. The Internationale has always been, and hopefully will always be, a cheering, rousing chant of class solidarity and internationalism. I think that's neat and all, but it's also kind of a banger.